I was considering the importance of the body in Tantra, and I was watching some courses today that I've been doing, Tantric courses, and it's so remarkable, the human body. And what I wanted to share is how Tantra is so intimately connected with sensation. But also, when I practiced Vipassana meditation for many years, sensation was the basis of the practice. And sensation has to do with being in my body, experiencing this reality as an embodied being, having a physical experience. I know we're spirits and souls, but we can't really have a spiritual experience if we don't live in the body, if we're not embodied. And it's very common in the, I've said it before, and many people have, it's very common in the spiritual world to bypass embodiment, bypass the body, because basically it's not very easy to be in the body in this reality. As we grow up in a system where trauma is the very beginning of our lives, very often, it's not always the case, but very often trauma is in most of our experiences, and throughout passing through each different time in our life, from a baby born into a child, into an adolescent, a teenager, a young person, an adult, and then middle age, old age. So all these transitions are very often and in between connected with trauma and traumatic experiences. And these put hindrances into our physical sensation of our bodies, into our experience of our embodiment. So Tantra and the Tantric practices that I have been dwelling with very much focus, like Neo-Tantra mainly, basically, not the traditional. Although the traditional also has aspects where this is the case. In Neo-Tantra, there is very much a connection with the body, with sensation, with feeling, with breathing, moving, and intentionally and consciously feeling everything that arises, and giving space to any sort of pain or emotion of numbness. Well, it's not really an emotion, but any emotion that is difficult to feel, we give space so that it can find the safety to emerge and to be felt. And so by building up this capacity for more feeling sensation, this capacity for feeling sensation more deeply, then we have a larger spectrum of possibility of experiencing the expansion of the universe of consciousness through the connection between spirit, soul and body. And the key to all of this is the heart. So we can feel sensations in the body through the feeling of safety from the heart, that there is love, and that can just melt the ice of either pain or stagnation or numbness. And while the ice is melting, then I have more capacity to experience the sensations in the body, and also of the emotions, the movement of emotions through the body. Because I'm not the emotions, I am the vehicle through which the emotions are moving through. And through trauma or other stuff that are creating contraction in the system, I sometimes block this flow of emotions. So when I don't, and that's where the juiciness comes in, when I don't block the flow of emotions and the flow of sensations, I become orgasmic. Basically, I am orgasmic already. It's just all these blockages and all these contractions stop the flow of the energy and of emotion in a way that I can't really feel how orgasmic I naturally am, and how, well, pleasure is who I am. And it's not just physical pleasure. This is multidimensional. It's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. It's on all aspects. My whole being is a being of light, but I can actually feel that through sensation, through my own body. So that's why it's so important to feel. It took me 5.5 minutes trying.